Welcome to Amateur Redneck Workshop. I'm Harold, and as you can see, we were busy wiring up all the accessories, parts for the plasma torch to go into the CNC kind of mode. And also we've received a shipment there of a new tool. So I've sort of split this video into some wiring and some stand making, so I gotta have a place to put the tool, right, and keep it out of the way. So I'm making a stand with the wheels so I can roll it around into some little nook somewhere and keep it stashed away. It's definitely too heavy for me to be picking it up and setting it up on the workbench or something, so it has to be on a stand with wheels. Okay, so instead of me talking a lot, let's just get on with the rest of the video. Now, this cutter was originally done on a bench grinder, and I gave it a little cleaning up on the end there, and I'll do some more. But the end looks like this. You can see how rough that is, and all the grinder marks. So just experimenting with it, I'll see what I can do, and then I'll wake you up. Alright, just holding it by hand, making a few little cuts. You can see we've now got a sort of mirror finish on this thing, and much straighter lines. Once I get through the attachments to hold all the tools, then it should do a really great job of tool grinding, much better than I've ever done by hand, for sure. There's a lot of attachments for this machine, which is why one of them will cost $400 and one costs $900. The $900 guy comes with, 2 or 3 different attachments that go on here. Being the kind of guy I am, I think maybe I can make some of the attachments that go on here, and if they don't work right, nothing lost, I can still buy them later, And this is all assuming that the guy is going to make good on the parts that got damaged. So I guess it's right now I need to go back to wiring up the plasma torch, I think. I like these little connectors. You can take them out, hook your wires on them, put them back where they belong without having to, get into tight spots. The only thing I don't like is that the screws are so tiny. That's kind of a nuisance, but we'll work around that. Okay, so I've got the power to the power supply, and got the thing wired for signals from the smart bob to the motor drivers, and I've got DC wired to the motor drivers. So if I plug it in and the green lights come on, we're okay. If the magic smoke comes out, we're not okay. I see 3 green lights. I don't know if you guys can see 3 green lights, but I see them. Get you in there close. You can't focus, but there you can see that's a green light. Green light. Green light. Alright, now to finish wiring up stuff like the fan to cool the box, and put the mounts on the box, and put the box on the table. Then we can wire the motors, although that may wait till tomorrow, who can say. Well, I've been out here for hours, not a whole lot to show for it other than I've got the stepper drivers set up, connected to the smart bob, and they're connected to a terminal strip there so that I can bring the wires in from the motors. This first one is going to be running 2 motors, so it'll have 8 wires on this side instead of the bunch that's there. And unfortunately, my wire didn't exactly match the color code 100%. Where I've got the white wire should have been blue. But that's neither here nor there. I just think blue when I see white. Okay? So now I need to close this box, turn it around, put a bracket on the back and screw it onto the table. So we'll get on with that while you're taking yet another nap. Alright, I got the box mounted on the back of the thing there. You can see it all behind everything. And I need to stop now and make a stand for the tool grinder. I need also to hear back from the seller to see if he's going to send me some parts or what. Well, it took me about 3 hours, but I got the stand made. It's got wheels on it. And there will be drawers or shelves inside it. There's none right now. See, it's hauled right now. But there are shelves coming. Okay, I'll make them as I get time. Too many things at one time. Oh, Pierre, what'd you say? Yes, it is kind of tall. It's at eye level. I told the boss lady asked me the same question she did. Isn't that kind of tall? And I said, you know, I don't want to be stooped over grinding tools. My back hurting. I want this sucker at eye level whether I'm standing up or sitting on a stool. And so there you are, eye level. Alright, so I put a back on the redneck stand, patented redneck stand. You can see there's a back in the back of it. And I've got a shelf on top, and I've got a shelf at the bottom. And I'm going to put one more shelf about halfway up, and then that'll be it for today. My next task will be to paint it. I don't know what color, but I'll probably paint the top black so that you don't see all the grinding grit so bad. I know that that belt grinder over there, it lays out a horrible messy grit and dirt and metal particles and whatever. So there you are. It's come a long ways, and the eBay seller contacted me and said that he's going to send me all the parts that I sent him pictures of that were broken. So we'll be in business quite shortly. You can see where the paint sort of came off of that fan cover on the motor there. It was bent down touching the fan, but it didn't break the fan or anything, so I just bent it back out with a tool, and the paint just kind of flaked off when I did that. But it's serviceable. It blows air. So I guess at this point, this is about where we'll go and see what Bubba's up to, or Ole, or maybe Thibodeau, one of those guys. Well, Bubba was out for a drive, and he come through a little town he hadn't been through before, and saw a sign there on the side of the road, talking dog for sale. That got his interest up, so he pulled into the driveway there and went up to the fellow running the place, and he says, hey, he says, that sign says you got a talking dog for sale. He said, yep, sure do. He says, well, how about if I go over and talk to the dog? And the guy says, it's all right, he's that brown one sitting over there on the tree. So Bubba walks up to the dog and says, I understand you can talk. And the dog says, I sure can. What would you like to talk about? So the guy asked the dog if he'd tell him a little about himself, you know. And so the dog said he went to high school at the local school, and he went to Harvard, graduated with degrees in political science and socioeconomics, and he went on to Oxford and Cambridge, where he received multiple degrees in several foreign languages and such. And then he joined the U.S. Diplomatic Corps, and disguised as a service dog. He attended a whole lot of meetings and negotiating sessions around the world, and he stayed under the table listening when the U.S. delegates left the room, you know, and he'd gather intelligence for the benefit of the nation. When they come back, he'd tell them what the other guys talked about. And then after several years of that, he went to work for the CIA, and there he did, you know, similar heroic stuff and all that. And then he decided to retire. Now, you know, he spent 12 years in the government service there. And so Bubba, he was just astonished. He went over to the guy selling that dog, and he says, "Well, how much you want for that dog?" The guy says, $10. Bubba says, $10 for a dog that's done all that? The guy says, oh, he says, that dog's a liar. He said, he ain't never done none of that. Well, that's all, folks. Y'all try to subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Leave a comment if you got something to say. And above all, remember, keep on keeping on. Bye now.